Meow meow. Meow 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 meow. You know, I'm actually gonna eat sardines, Spanish sardines. Yeah. It's not that I cannot afford any other phone, but I guess I'm being irresponsible. I don't know when I can't do the groceries right now because it's pretty late. It's pretty late to do it. And yeah. I'd rather play video games. Lol. What an excuse, bro. Panginging. Oh. HP yun na. Elemental Mastery. HP. Hewlett Packard. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put the live chat on in a bit. The laptop is taking so long to load it. Butik yun. Ang Chrome na nga lang bangal pa. You know, I was talking about upgrading. But, yeah, I don't think I can afford it. Nope. Nyaw, 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 nyaw. Hindi naman tayo nagmamadali. Don't wanna be a bad example of burning money for instant gratification. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. It's my favorite grinding spot. Artifact farm. Although it's not really a farm because it's not that easy for me. Meow, 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 meow.
I can do it.
Ano pa?
I'll keep an eye on you.
Excuse me?
Meow, meow, meow. You know, I think I wanna put a shrimp real soon.
You are not welcome.
Animal test 6308. Squirrel Mark II.
Come a little closer. You've been a naughty boy. Try not to.
This is very knuckle. Don't be nervous.
Now testing my patience.
Relax. I'm
Let's
so
end this now. Pulverize.
Stay clear. I should.
What the freak? See, I told you it's not very easy for me.
We'll meet again.
Let's blow. Boba, get them.
Regret.
Sige, maungas. Yung ugaling ungas yung pinapakita ng mga ganun. So, whatever. Hindi malamang yun din yung mga track nila. Nung tapang sa Facebook ng
You're in
isang
for a little
Not
shock.
welcome
You've
here.
been a naughty boy.
ganun kaya siya sa tomboy.
Out of the frying pan. Hey, yeah.
Is that all you got?
I'm getting sick.
Now you're testing my patience. Gotcha.
Surrendering.
Oh, she might feel a little bit. Absorption test. Stay clear. Don't break my boba. Animal hypostasis emulation. Calm down.
Meet.
Don't be such a brute.
What the freak? Our freaking medic is down.
Animal test 6308. Nice and spicy.
Meow, 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 meow. Hello? 2, 1, 0.
Let's see.
Excuse me. Sinong yan?
You're in for a little
She
shock.
did not heal at all.
Stand clear. Animal test 6308. Enhanced animal model.
Try not to enjoy.
Now you're testing my patience.
Nice and spicy. You're toast.
We'll meet.
Don't be such a brute.
Let's see. Absorption test. Stay clear. Out of the frying pan.
Meow, 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 meow. You know, I am today years old when I found out that you can just long click instead of pressing R. You learn something new every day. Well, not every day. Some days.
Go.
Let's get started straight away so that you can experience for yourself just how quickly and easily you can learn Spanish. And I know that not all of you are complete beginners, so I've included a section for non-beginners, and you can jump forward to the time code for that that's coming up on the screen now, or you can stay with us for the extra practice. Welcome to Pro Spanish. We'll start off with these words. Now, it's important you don't try to commit these to memory now, just follow the flow of the lesson. So, happy is contento, contento. And you can see it's like content, so nice and easy. Happy, content. The opposite, triste. So sad is triste. Then we have bien, which is okay or fine. Then listo.
Casado, that means something different in the Philippines, but yeah, I shouldn't be mentioning that because I'm blocking learning.
Which is ready. So somebody might just ask you, listo? You ready?
Ready.
Then cansado. Cansado is tired, and this could easily be mixed up with the one underneath because there's only one letter difference.
Casado.
Married. The word for married is casado. Casado. So tired, cansado, and married, casado. And you can try to remember married by thinking of the first part.
Armed and
of
ready.
Married is casa. Casa. So when you're married, you live in the same
House.
casa. Casa is house. So casado, married. And just to note that my levels 1 to 6 video course is taught at a much more relaxed pace, so you have time to learn everything step by step as we go. Enfermo is ill, and that's a little bit like infirm. So if you're infirm, you're unwell.
Drop your weapons!
So enfermo is ill or sick.
Nice and
And then
spicy.
perdido is lost. Perdido, lost. Okay, let's have a look at the
Everybody stand back!
word in the first column. Estoy. Estoy is I am or I'm. Estoy. So how would you say? I'm okay. What would that be? I'm fine. I'm okay. Estoy.
Come a little closer.
Yeah.
You've been a naughty boy.
Let's light it up. Bubba,
How
get
would
them.
you say I'm
Surrender.
lost?
Stop right there.
Estoy perdido. Estoy perdido.
Justice will prevail.
What does it mean if I say no estoy listo? No estoy listo.
Blitz.
Yeah,
Final
I'm
warning.
not ready.
That's gonna hurt in the
I'm
morning.
not ready. So just put
going in.
not beginning. No estoy listo. I'm not ready.
Out of the
How
frying
would you
pan.
say I'm not married?
My.
No estoy cansado.
No estoy
Light it
No
up.
estoy cansado.
cansado.
Drop your
Now,
weapons.
if you're a girl or a woman saying these
Let's spark
phrases,
things up.
referring to yourself,
You're toast.
feminine, you need to change the words that end in an O to A. So, if you were going to say, I'm married, and you're a woman,
Final warning.
estoy
Get them.
casada. Just change the O to an A. Casada. So if you're
Let's
a
light it up.
girl or a woman, how would you say
You asked for it.
let's just add in
Out of the frying pan.
the word in the middle column, very. So muy. So how would you say the feminine version? I'm very
Everybody
happy.
stand.
What that be? Estoy muy contenta. Estoy
Let's
muy
light it up.
contenta.
Try not to.
Estoy. I'm
Nice and
not.
spicy. Stop
not
right there.
say you are, or the question, are you say estás. Estás.
Come a little
say,
closer.
Estás muy triste. Very sad. Or we could ask the question. ¿Estás listo? ¿Estás listo? What would that question mean? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
And if you were talking to a girl or a woman and you're asking, are you ready?
Estoy
How would we
lista.
change that? What would we say? ¿Estás lista? ¿Estás lista? Just changing
Estás
the O
lista.
to an A, making it lista. How would you ask a woman if she was married?
Estoy
¿Estás
casado.
casada? ¿Estás casada? And how would you ask a little boy, are you lost? What would that be?
Estoy
¿Estás
perdido.
perdido? ¿Estás perdido? And we'll just take a quick pause here while I mention my very popular Levels 1 to 6 course. This takes the
Why
complete
not
beginner
keep
or
me
near
company
beginner
for a while?
right up to a
There'll be
conversational
plenty of
level of
time
Spanish
for work
in a series
later.
of very easy to follow steps. Now all the lessons on this YouTube channel are supplementary, whereas the core Levels 1 to 6 is very much a step-by-step program delivered by me, the same teacher as all the other videos on this channel. And while the style is very similar to what you'll be used to from these videos on the channel, the key difference is that every lesson carefully builds on the previous lessons so you can really feel that progress of going from little or no Spanish up to a level where you can confidently hold a conversation in Spanish. And that course download is available exclusively from prospanish.co.uk. So you are, or are you, estás. And if you want to say he or she is, just take that last S off. And we have está.
Not a test, final warning!
Is he or she is. So how would you say
Surrendering.
it's okay? Fine, okay. Está bien. Está bien. And if you wanted to ask the question, is he okay? Do you think that would be exactly the same? The question is the same as the statement. There's just a change in the tone of voice. So how would you ask, is he okay? Está bien. Está bien. How would you say, she's ready? She's ready. What would that be?
You've been a naughty boy.
Está lista.
Justice will
Está
prevail!
lista.
Stop right
So
there!
changing the O at the end of listo to lista.
Let's spark.
And let's add something in the middle column.
Get them!
So un poco.
Race you!
Bit. Un poco. How would you say he's a bit sad? What would that be? Está un poco triste. Está un poco triste. And how
A
would you
little
say
sad.
she's a bit tired? What would that be? Está
Poco
un poco cansada.
casada.
Está un poco cansada. Pro Spanish Levels 1 to 6 course is only available from prospanish.co.uk. Okay, so if you skip forward to this part of the video, welcome back. The adjectives are going to stay the same. Let's have a look first of all at the changes in the middle column. So we'll still have variations of estar. So we'll have está, he, she or it is. So if you skip forward to this están, so we just add the letter N to make it they are, están. And we'll also include the past.
Add
So he, she or it
I cannot memorize this.
was, estaba, estaba. And they were, so the plural, estaban. So in the present we've got está and están, and in the past estaba and estaban. So you can see the common letter there to change it to they is add in the letter N. Okay, we'll practice that before we get into the first column. So how would you say he was tired? What would that be? Estaba cansado. Estaba cansado. How about she wasn't happy? What would that be? No estaba contenta. No estaba
Ad astra.
contenta. That also might be
Ah,
wasn't
traveler.
pleased. No
You have
estaba
come
contenta.
at just the right time. You're certain. Please take
What
this
about
brand new adventure.
they
The adventure handbook.
weren't
Whereas this notebook.
happy? What would
According-
that be?
I hope it will
They
safe
weren't
travel.
happy. And remember, if we're using
Ad
plural, so estaban, they were, the plural verb, then the adjective needs to agree. It also needs to be plural. So they weren't happy would be no estaban contentos. No estaban contentos. How would you say they are married? Están casados. Están casados. How about they are ready and you're referring to two girls? They're ready. What would that be? Están listas. Están listas. And how would you just say it?
What is SSO, or single sign-on? Let's take a look. SSO is an authentication scheme. It enables a user to securely access multiple applications and services using a single ID. When SSO is integrated into apps like Gmail, Workday, or Slack, it provides a pop-up widget or login page for the same set of credentials. With SSO, user can access many apps without having to log in each time. SSO is built on a concept called federated identity. It enables sharing of identity information across trusted but independent systems. There are two common protocols for this authentication process. SAML, or Security Assertion Markup Language, is an XML-based open standard for exchanging identity information between services. It is commonly found in the work environment. The other identity information is an or security assertion mark information across trusted but independent systems. There are two common protocols for this authentication process. SAML, or Security Assertion Markup Language, is an XML-based open standard for exchanging identity information between services. It is commonly found in the work environment. The other common protocol is OpenID Connect. We should all be familiar with this when we use our personal Google account to sign into applications like YouTube. We are using OpenID Connect. It uses JWT or JSON Web Token to share identity information between services. Now let's walk through a typical SSO login flow and learn how it works. In this walkthrough, we'll focus on SAML. An office worker visits an application like Gmail. In SAML terms, Gmail in this example is a service provider. The Gmail server detects that the user is from a work domain and returns a SAML authentication request back to the browser. The browser redirects the user to the identity provider for the company specified in the SAML authentication request. Okta, all 0 and 1 login are some common examples of commercial identity providers. The identity provider shows the login page where the user enters the login credentials. Once the user is authenticated, the identity provider generates a SAML response and returns that to the browser. This is called a SAML assertion. The SAML assertion is a cryptographically signed XML document that contains information about the user and what the user can access with the service provider. The browser forwards the signed SAML assertion to the service provider. Now, the service provider validates that the assertion was signed by the identity provider. This validation is usually done with public key cryptography. The service provider returns the protected resource to the browser based on what the user is allowed to access as specified in the SAML assertion. This completes the walkthrough of a basic SSO login flow. Now let's see what happens when the user navigates to another SSO integrated application, say Workday. The Workday server, as in the previous example with Gmail, detects the work domain and sends a SAML authentication request back to the browser. Now the browser again redirects the user to the identity provider. Now, since the user has already logged in with the identity provider, it skips the login process and instead generates a SAML assertion for Workday, detailing what the users can access there. The SAML assertion is returned to the browser and forwarded to Workday. Workday validates the signed assertion and grants the user access accordingly. Now, earlier we mentioned that OpenID Connect is another common protocol. The OpenID Connect flow is similar to SAML, but instead of passing signed XML documents around, OpenID Connect passes JWT. JWT is a signed JSON document. The implementation details are a little bit different, but the overall concept is the same. So, which one of these SSO methods should we use? Both implementations are secure. For an enterprise environment where it is common to outsource identity management to a commercial identity platform, the good news is that many of these platforms provide strong support for both. So the decision then depends on the application being integrated and which protocol is easier to integrate with. If we are writing a new web application, integrating with some of the more popular OpenID Connect platforms like Google, Facebook, or GitHub is probably a safe bet. If you would like to learn more about system design, check out our books and free weekly newsletter. Please subscribe if you learn something new. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.
I learned very little because I wasn't listening. I was distracting myself in games. Meow, 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 meow.
This is bandit country. Shoot everything that moves. Laying down smoke.
Maybe I shouldn't print out learning materials.
Throwing a grenade.
Bomb long. Ita. Ninong. Small, short. Yeah. Mom, baby, don't mess around. Meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow.
We're going in. Throwing smoke. Throwing fire. Grenade out. Throwing flashbang.
Meow, 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 meow.
Decoys out.
I think it's B. A long. A.
Counter-terrorists win.
Good job.
Go. Incendiary out. Fire in the hole. Decoy. Grenade out.
Bomb middle. Meow. Meow. Meow.
Remember, this isn't the killing house anymore. This is real life. Throwing flashbang. Throwing smoke. Grenade. Bomb has been planted. Deploying decoy. Diffusing. Bomb has been defused.
Good job.
Win. Champion.
I go A long.
Gear up. We aren't going on a windy walk here. Incendiary. Flashbang. Throwing fire. Laying down smoke. Fade out. Throwing a grenade.
Good job.
Laying down smoke. Flashbang.
clear.
Diffusing.
Meow, 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 meow. Is it still running?
The
Move it, son. Smoke. Throwing fire. Incendiary. Grenade out. Incendiary. Throwing grenade. Decoy. Terrorists win.
Oh no, damn. They have the scar. Meow, meow, meow.
What on? Smoke. Incendiary out. Grenade out. Decoys out. Incendiary out. Ling.
All clear.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
Meow, 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 meow.
Move.
Meow, 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 meow.
Throwing smoke. Throwing fire. Throwing grenade. Deploying decoy.
Good job. You know, in real life, I would rest my rifle here on top of these boxes. I'm gonna rest my rifle here. Good job. Short.
Throwing flashbang.
This guy's AFK.
Come on, jump. Deploying flashbang. Incendiary! Throwing smoke. Grenade out! Throwing fire. Decoy. Grenade out.
Frick.
Throwing flashbang. Laying down smoke.
Meow, 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 meow.
Terrorists win. Grenade out.
Basta di sigurado. Sa shopping mall, guaranteed authentic. Sigurado sa shopping mall!
Crypto.
Hot damn. This a flying dog.
Crypto, drop him.
Dude. Hi, today I want to talk about 10 things you shouldn't do, 10 don'ts when it comes to language learning. I'm not trying to put those out there as negative things because these are things that I feel sap your confidence. Confidence is so important in language learning. And I relate it to golf. Actually, I'm a very poor golfer. For my age, I'm relatively flexible, relatively strong, relatively athletic. A lot of people who are not as athletic as I am are much better golfers. And that's because I struggle with some of the very same issues in my golf that I think some language learners struggle with in their language learning. So here we go. Number one, don't put pressure on yourself. Don't put pressure on yourself. Not to speak, don't put pressure on yourself. To speak, don't put pressure on yourself to speak well. Speak when you want to and let it all come out. Rely on your instincts. Don't put pressure on yourself. Don't think you're going to master the basics. We often hear this, just master the basics, as if there's something basic, whether it be a vocabulary item or a structure in the language. First of all, you can't master it. It doesn't prevent you from acquiring more words, from acquiring more familiarity with the language. It's a bit, again, like the golf swing. Whenever I try to have a perfect golf swing, try to remember all the things that I'm supposed to do, I play more poorly. If I just swing naturally, with confidence, I do better. In fact, one of the things that triggered this video was an audiobook that my son suggested to me, because we played golf yesterday in Palm Springs and it didn't do very well as usual. And he said, you've got to listen to this book by Dr. Bob Rotella, where he talks about the psychological side of golf where you can't expect to be perfect all the time. And so don't try to master the basics. Acquire the language through listening and reading, as I say all the time here. And then when you have a chance to speak, just go with what you got. And I am guilty of doing the same in golf, of not doing this. But now that I've been listening to this audiobook, I'm going to try my best. And we are golfing today, and I'm going to try my best to just go with what I've got. Whatever happens, accept it. So don't try to master the basics. It's a futile exercise. It will lead to more frustration, and it'll sap your confidence. Because, in fact, it's very difficult to master the basics. You will continue to make mistakes with the basics for a long, long time. And certainly, if you haven't had a lot of exposure to the language, like early on, I think it's impossible to master the basics. Number 3, don't focus on memorization. Again, it's going to sap your confidence because we are always going to forget. We'll put a lot of effort into a spaced repetition system or a memorization system, and for most of us, there's undoubtedly exceptions out there and people who swear by this as a method of learning. But I find that if the focus is on memorization, you're going to be more frustrated when you can't remember. If the focus is on enjoying the language, acquiring the words naturally in not a spaced repetition system, but a random repetition system through the content that you're listening to. And research tends to indicate that we retain things better when we encounter them in different contexts, rather than trying to zero in on a list of words, not to mention all of the other inconveniences with SRS, but some people I can find. But I feel that it saps your confidence because you are going to forget. So don't focus on memorization. You're setting yourself up for frustration. So focus on memorization? No. Number 4, don't get frustrated at what you can't do. One of the keys to success and progress in language learning, in my opinion, is to make good use of easier material with a lot of repetition, like the mini stories or even graded readers, but then push yourself forward into more challenging material, more interesting material, and don't get frustrated when you can't progress as easily, where there are words that, if you're on link, that are yellow that you've looked up before and now you don't know what they mean. Don't just stay with the easy material. They are stepping stones, but you have to move beyond those easy readers, graded readers, many stories. Staying with learner material, staying with graded readers, to me that's a no-no. Number 5, don't try to pursue native-like pronunciation. It's a futile task. You will be disappointed. I don't use the International Phonetic Alphabet because if I were learning English and I listen to Australians and I listen to people from the US South or from, Ulster, Scotland, they're all going to pronounce the vowels a little differently. So how does that International Phonetic Alphabet symbol help? I've got to put the time into listening. My focus is not on perfecting my pronunciation. I never spend any time on pitch accents in Japanese, for example. And throughout my life, I've done business with people whose native language is not English, and I hear them on television. And if they use the language well and elegantly and eloquently, as I say, the accent almost adds a little bit of class to their English. And I'm sure the same is true in other languages. So don't focus too much on having perfect pronunciation. It doesn't matter. It can only lead to frustration. Number 6, shadowing. I don't shadow. I'm not saying you shouldn't shadow. If you like shadowing, you should do things that you like to do. I tried it. I found it frustrating. I found that either I was listening to very easy material, like the mini stories where I knew the content, and then for a while I could shadow, but then I lost interest because it's not really meaningful to me. Or if I'm listening to interesting content that's new to me, full of interesting information on history or whatever it might be, I want to focus in on the meaning. So whatever I do, I like it to be meaningful and authentic. To me, although many people rave about shadowing, it's not something that I do. Bear in mind that my don'ts here are not telling people what to do. It's more a matter of, based on my experience, these are things that I don't find useful or which in many cases sap my confidence and my momentum in learning the language. But everyone doesn't have to agree with me. Number 7, role-playing. Role-playing is a staple of many language courses. The idea is that we'll pretend that, you are a doctor and I'm a patient, and we have an artificial conversation about that situation, and we play these different roles, doctor or patient. Personally, I don't enjoy doing these. I think they are not authentic. They give you a false sense of security, which will lead to frustration, because if you are actually in a scenario like buying a ticket at the train station and you have been practicing that and you say something to the teller at the train station and he or she comes back with something typically quite different, then you're frustrated. So you're far better, in my view, in working on improving your overall level in the language in order to be able to deal with all the possible situations that could arise in any given scenario. So trying to master the scenario is a shortcut that doesn't work. It distracts you from the goal, the real goal, which is to elevate your level in the language. And through lots of listening and reading and speaking to many different people on many different subjects, your overall confidence level in the language will increase, and you're then in a better position to just let it go, rather than, as me with my golf swing, trying to remember what I'm supposed to say in this particular scenario. Next, testing. Don't test unless you need the test for your job or entrance into university, which is perfectly understandable. But if you are learning for fun, testing, whether it be a 10-question questionnaire or an hour-long test, is a lot of pressure, a lot of self-doubt, and actually it's not necessary. The only real test is when you are listening to something, do you understand? When you're interacting with people, do they understand you? Do you feel comfortable? This is what we should be trying to achieve in our language learning. And if we gear ourselves for the test, we end up doing some of the same things that I am very much against here, like studying long lists of words, vocabulary for TOEFL. And of course, we know from research on the brain that the more time we spend deliberately trying to, focus in on certain words, the less we learn. The brain gets turned off. The brain likes new things. The brain likes seeing words in different contexts. So the test approach tends to direct learners into learning activities that are not helpful in the long-term goal of improving their language skills. And of course, we get things wrong. There's pressure. We feel frustrated when we keep on making mistakes. So unless you need the test, don't test. Here's another note. Don't always ask, how quickly can I learn? There's videos, learn this language in a week, in 3 months. It'll take as long as it takes. Don't put pressure on yourself to learn quickly. Rather, you should be looking at, how can I enjoy the learning process? I enjoy what I'm doing in Persian. I've been at Persian, Arabic, and Turkish now for 3, 4, 5 years. I enjoy it. Now, maybe some people are in a hurry. I think I would have, been more successful in those 3 languages if I focused in on one and if I spent more time every day. So those are some of the things that affect how quickly you're going to proceed and how quickly you're going to progress in the language. But don't put pressure on yourself to learn it in a short period of time. I think it's counterproductive. It saps your confidence. And finally, number 10, which kind of relates to all of these parts, give yourself credit for what you can do. This comes out in the audiobook that I started listening to on golf. If I play a game of golf and all I think about is the shots that I missed, I come away from that golf game genuinely unhappy. If I can remember the good shots, if I can feel happy with what I was able to achieve, then I'm more confident, more motivated, more likely to continue. There are always moments in language learning where we forget, we don't understand, we're disappointed, but we shouldn't be disappointed because we should pick out those things that we are able to do. In other words, I started the language 2 years ago. I now understand a lot. I'm able to say certain things. Maybe I met someone at the somewhere who I spoke to in Farsi at the store. We were buying, which is a real case, buying, kitchen appliances. And I had a fairly lengthy conversation in Farsi. So I have to try to remember those positive moments when I felt that I had some success, rather than focusing in on moments when we didn't achieve or didn't perform as well as we would have liked to. So don't beat yourself up. Give yourself credit for what you can do. And if you follow these 10 don'ts, and I don't want to be like dictatorial, you must do this or do that, because amongst the things that I suggest you don't do, there are things that people do enjoy doing. And if they enjoy doing them, do them. Because ultimately the main thing is to enjoy the process, feel good about yourself so that you continue learning a language. Thank you for listening. Bye.
I think last one B. Last one middle. Bruh. Long clear, no? Can you plan for long?
Activating the bomb. Bomb has been planted. Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Sorry, I cannot see him. Sorry. No, I'm sorry.
We must move. Throwing a decoy. Throwing smoke. I'm throwing smoke. Throwing fire. I'm throwing a flashbang. Grenade out. Throwing fire.
Short. Frick, come on, guys. Mid doors and short. Mid doors. Good job.
I'm planted.
已修已修。
Terrorists
Good job.
We will stop your little scout. Let's go. Flashbang. Decoy. Smoke. Smoke. Grenade. Charge. Grenade out.
There's one more short, one more short. Good job. Good job. Go me, please go me. Please go me.
Let's go, my brothers. Throwing a decoy. Throwing a decoy. Grenade. Fire.
Spray and pray.
Counter-terrorists win. Together we can do this. Throw in the bomb. Throw in the flashbang. Decoys out. Throwing fire. I'm throwing a grenade.
Until they have time. O jump.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Meow 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 meow.
Decoy. Decoy. Smoke. Throw in bomb. Grenade. Molotov. Grenade. I throw in a flashbang. Throw in a flashbang.
No one was watching, no. Tayo lang. Bomb. Purple bomb.
Placing the bomb.
Oh. Intik na. Bye bye, thank you. No, last time I played Dota 2, it was very bad. I cannot play Battlefield 4 anymore because the ping will never go down. sauce.
We are losing objective Duff. We have lost objective Duff.
After this, I'm gonna go now. Meow, 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 meow.
Available near your location. We have lost objective butter.
Düşman askeri görüldü.
We have taken objective Freddy.
It's a sentry.
We are losing objective Edward.
I got 4 sniping, I think.
Şurada hasım askeri. Onların askerlerinden birini görüyorum. Hasım askeri o tarafta. Bir düşman askeri görüldü. Düşman sayyarısı, dikkat eyle! Bir tank görüldü. Tayyare, gördünüz mü? Düşman askeri. Düşman tayyaresi tam yukarıda. Dikkat eyle.
We're gonna win soon. Oh wow.
Bomba atıyorum, başınıza dikkat edin.
I'm gonna win soon. Alright guys, bye bye. Bye bye. See ya, bye bye.